2 months later, on Robin's 16th birthday, the white Volkswagen Cabriolet convertible turned up in the garage. "I hope this is unfancy enough for you," Linda said as Mel handed Robin a wrapped gift box with the key inside. That day, Robin rode her bike to Canyon Country Day and almost got herself killed in traffic several times. She drove the cabriolet for the next 12 years and promised herself that when she had children of her own, they'd be her own flesh and blood. That she'd be a mother with the sort of integrity neither of her parents possessed. She imagined living in a modest house somewhere near the ocean, comfortable but not ostentatious, bearing no resemblance to her parents' Beverly Hills taste. A husband who was down to earth and kind, maybe from the Midwest or Canada, and, most important of all, a baby, warm and chubby with a head smelling of sweet rolls, swaddled to Robin's chest, looking up at her with eyes that held nothing of Mel or Linda justice inside them. She imagined the sort of primal connection she'd feel gazing down at a baby on her breast, and how that tiny person would offer her clues about her real mother. Perhaps, in the shape of her baby's mouth or the color of her eyes, Robin would feel the presence of the young woman from the Inland Empire who'd birthed her. By 34, Robin's baby bug was in full force, but she'd also been single at the time and in the thick of running her agency, No Princess Talent, where she discovered and represented aspiring young female actors, models, and other entertainment industry creatives. When she met Darren at a party, he'd been working sporadically as a freelance camera operator for commercials to support his own work making artistic short films. They'd fallen for each other hard and fast, but by the time they'd married, honeymooned in the Maldives, and settled into their life in Santa Monica together, Robin was 37. They'd begun trying for a baby, and trying. But month after month, Robin's period showed up. Her OB, Dr. Weiss, tested Robin's ovulation patterns, x-rayed her fallopian tubes, sonogrammed her uterus. All normal. She tested Darren's sperm for motility and count, and both were above average. Weiss remained unconcerned. It often took a year, she said. Perfectly normal. Psychosomatic forces were likely at work. Only after 12 full months of trying the old-fashioned way should they consider other options. Robin tried to stay positive, but it was difficult. Babies, it seemed, were everywhere. Double strollers blocked the aisles at Gelson's. Women brunched at restaurants while breastfeeding their infants. Tiny feet protruding from beneath colorful nursing capes. Actresses all over town took highly publicized maternity leaves documented in magazine sections with titles like Celebrity Bump Watch. Even one of Robin's own clients, a 22-year-old plus-sized model named Molly Bench, for whom Robin scored a contract with Lane Bryant, had already birthed a daughter and gotten back to work. The Facebook pages of Robin's friends from UC Berkeley, even the stauncher feminists from her women's studies program, were smattered with photos of their children, ranging from swaddled infants to middle schoolers with braces on their teeth. Robin tried fertility yoga. She tried acupuncture. She dragged Darren way out to the desert, near Joshua Tree, to visit a hypnotist she'd read about in Whole Parent magazine, a woman who wore her gray-streaked hair in 2 long braids and supposedly unblocked couples trying unsuccessfully to conceive. But Robin and Darren remained blocked. Her anxiety over it took permanent hold of her daily life. Darren, on the other hand, maintained an unflappable optimism. Month after month, when "not pregnant" flashed on the tiny oval screen of Robin's pregnancy test, he'd gather her into his arms, kiss the top of her head, and knead his fingers into the base of her scalp the way she liked. Then he